Okay. Surprised you guys can hear me okay. Fine. Get something going. I think this will work. How you doing, Nayland? How you doing tonight? Here, just getting ready to stream, work on these panels, and yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. I'll say that. Doing a lot, doing good today or tonight. Much better tonight. Oh, wrong brush. Oops. Yeah, everything's good. I'm glad to be here tonight. Get back on a routine. I don't want to miss any more days. And we're just working on panels. Working on volume 3 of Under God at the moment. I think I may have to go get some more ink soon. I mean, I have some more. I've got another couple bottles. Oh, this is a page. I'm just getting it all ready to. But I have some of the stuff that I need to ink. Some things I had to redo. Let's try this. Oops. Gotta pull back on that. I'm supposed to have it come down like that. It's supposed to come straight down like this instead. Cloth is there. Trying to have it like, because they're ascending into the clouds. How is this? Okay. Well, been working on this. Been working on volume 3 and my other ideas. I'll just leave it at that. I mean, well, I mean, not just leave it at that, but that's what I've been up to. It's like one of those things, like just racking ideas at the moment, you know. So that's been going on. What is going on, Joker? How are you doing? Everything's good. Hello again, Leyland. I'll give you another wave. So making these beings ascend into the sky. That's just. I keep hearing a lot about this Marvel Rivals. I've not seen or watched anything on it. Hero shooter. So it's like not like a Fortnite or nothing like that, is it? Okay. So I've been playing like Cuisine Royale. I like that game. I'll play a couple matches if my brother's playing. Are you putting VTA with Thor? Okay. It's like a whole new. It's its own thing. Yeah, I'll go check it out. I'll look at some gameplay on it and stuff. Speaking of, I got to look at the patch notes to see will he get buffs or nerfs in season 5. Yeah. Oh yeah, no. After I'll check it out after stream. I have to take a watch some gameplay on it. That's very that she is flying away with her dandelion up into the heavens. What is going on, Rocket Man? How are you doing tonight? She's having a good time going up. That's gonna be a dragon up here, not a big ass turtle. In 2 seconds, I'm gonna read the chat here. Just gotta. There you go. Just saying yippee. She's enjoying the ride. Like Mary Poppins in her umbrella. Oh, much appreciated. It's gonna. Yeah, I'd be happy for the time being. I think I'm gonna just start pacing myself, not try to overwork myself, kind of deal. I think I need to take it a little easy, and I think that's important. She is flying up in the sky. Let's do some blades of grass flying up as well, kind of like ascending, because I want the image to feel, like alive. Feel like, but also it's gotta like from the previous page, it has to link up right. It's gotta go with it. From the scene. Yeah, no, I appreciate it. It's like a it's gonna be like a daytime morning scene, but the wind's like picking up and they have to get off this island that they're on, this remote island. I mean, I've been like resting a bit, but also like working on this, like trying to get like things in order at the same time. But I'm much, back in order. But I'm good. How about yourself? What's been going on? I'm glad to have you all here tonight. I appreciate you guys. I know it's a little of late stream than usual, but I felt it was necessary to kind of stream at this time. I didn't want to miss another day, so work, a little gaming here and there, some drawing. So you've been playing the Marvel Rivals. Any other game besides Marvel Rivals? Or is that the only one? Tried watching it with the Liminal Spaces game. That shit will drive someone crazy. So, wings look like a cone. I'm glad you're streaming that way. I can make you laugh, or my jokes make you think. Don't quit your day job, but it's when. I much appreciate, Joker. Thank you. Yeah, no, I wanted to be here tonight. So I wanted to be here yesterday, but nature does its thing, and but no, I'm always looking forward to seeing you guys and having you guys here and just watching the progress as well. Just come and chill out. But I enjoy you guys' company, and you know, but thank you. I always like a good joke. I always like a good laugh as well. Now I gotta draw this dragon up here. Now I'm thinking about going about it with the gray ink. That's the experiment part, and like the challenge or the risk, taking the risk of doing this. I think it'd be effective. I'm just thinking it, so I want to try it, see what happens. Fortnite with my sister, me and her. Simpsons season. Yeah, I heard about that. Um, the Simpsons. I saw the Simpsons in the Fortnite. I thought I thought that looked pretty cool. The aesthetics of it. That's cool though. So what are you thinking so far? Like who are you using? Do I own art books? I do. I have like Renaissance books and stuff. Also, Final Fantasy IX art book. I would recommend that. It's been around for a minute. Yeah, I'm definitely taking the risk. Using the gray ink for this to see how it goes down. Because I want this character to be higher up. Because it's a large character, but I also want to I don't want to give him like hard lines, like dark lines. So I'm gonna go about it with the gray, and I can erase the pencil marks after. So I'm seeing how this turns out. It has what I would imagine I should turn out. I learned drawing manga by watching a lot of tutorials on YouTube. That's what's up. It's one of those things where you start experimenting with the material and you see what it does and where you can use the effects and the results. Because like learning from this is the dragon up here. I want him like higher up in the sky. But I can learn from this mistakes and all if I'm and use it somewhere else in another scene or another panel in the future. So I'm gonna make it work. It's kind of like a snake body. I could do some cross hatching here with the gray. And then we can come back and erase our pencil marks. This should dry pretty fast. Let's see what happens once we erase it all and then come back. Because the gray ink here is a little much more wet. much more water based. So I use some gray here. Kind of just touch up some things. Actually, I need it for her tones. Wouldn't the dragon be smaller by perspective reasons? It would. I mean, it's like, but it's like a big dragon though. It's like really big, but it's kind of high up. Because I didn't want him to look like an earthworm up there. He's a pretty big ass dragon. And he's like shaded in gray. I'm gonna let him dry out a bit and then probably hit the clouds. Let me see if I can do that. Let's start from here actually. And I think it'd be easier once the pencil markers, pencils are like erased. So I can see it a little better. And then also another thing. So I want that to dry up a bit because of the how much water this gray ink is. I don't want to erase just yet. A flying earthworm. You know what? I might have to. Thing is, I want to try to. I want to utilize the lines because I'm trying. I don't want to use the brush for to make the clouds in this particular scene. You know, because I don't want that. I want it to be like drawn out, literally. Let me try something actually. Let me draw these clouds out first, like this. Outline these motherfuckers. Be a little much more easier to move around about. Okay, so they gotta swirl up. And the idea of this kind of reminds me like if you guys ever look this, not the Sistine Chapel, but like some of the imagery in the St. Peter's Basilica. Then we gotta draw these clouds coming in like this, because the wind is blowing too, so the clouds are moving. They're not stationary. We're kind of getting like an underneath shot of the clouds. That's the thing. It's keeping that in mind. What is going on, LeMay? How are you doing tonight? Yes. Glad to have you guys all here tonight. Okay. Just want to work those hair gradients a bit with the gray. Yeah, everything is good. We're not going to miss another day. We're here tonight. And just getting it in, you know. Alright, we're going to switch to a brush for a bit. And we're going to say why. Okay, yeah, I understand why we're using the brush. That's the tricky part about drawing. You got to wrestle with composition. Yeah, that you do. How you doing, uh, Island Gal Art? How you doing tonight? Just working on Under God Volume 3. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Good. I'll come back, let her dry a bit. That I am. Volume 3 of Under God at the moment. I have the physical copies as well. 200 and plus pages, all hand drawn. I'll go over it later. But yeah, That I am. Thank you, Yoshi. And you can get your copy. Thank you. Thank you for putting the link down below, Yoshi. Not Yoshi, sorry, Joker. My bad. Because I'm looking at the logo, sorry. Thank you so much, Joker. I am so sorry. But you can check it out. Thank you again, Joker. You can get your copy of Under God, Volume 1 and 2, at angelsofrenaissance.com. Again. And Joker has put the link in the description below. That's what's up. No, you're Joker. There's only one Joker and one Yoshi. How you doing, cool guy? But I apologize. Stomach just growling. Oh yeah. This one's more of a dark fantasy. I guess seinen. Oh, I have a question about monster in your manga. You don't have any demons in your manga similar to Devilman. I do not. Uh, I want to say some were created, but I ain't gonna say by who. But also there's monsters. I wouldn't say there's no demons. There's none of that. Oh, much appreciated. Thank you. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, no. No, thank you. Came out all right too. I think she still needs her halo and all that stuff. But other than that, and the dandelion seedlings down here that she made them grow. She made these seedlings grow like real big so they can take off on the island that they're on. Just wanted to ask because it is the Renaissance you're trying to recreate your style. Yeah, just get that feel. I like that. You know, that feel, but also like mix the two. Because I grew up reading comics, manga, and stuff like that, watching movies, and it's just like a mashup of all those things that I like. And I kind of made it personal. Like even doing this, even my other new stuff that I'm writing, putting together. It's all like an amalgamation of all those things that I love and cared about, and things that I want to see it come to life in my vision, through my lens, my filter, I guess. So yeah, I think we can take the eraser to this now. I self-publish, yes. Um, I mean, you can do anything really. You can. Everyone has a different approach to going about it. You can go with Kickstarter, you can do crowdfunding if you'd like. Um, You can just also start up, your business, and then also just, just pay for all the prints yourself and then distribute and sell them online. There's many ways you can go about it. I read a lot of Batman, like Jeff Loeb's Batman, The Long Halloween, and Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. And what was it? I have some Batman stuff. Like, which one was it? I have it downstairs actually. Um, I had Joker with the camera on the front of the cover, and he's like, I have one of those. I have a bunch of Marvel and DC. Like, I have a bunch of them downstairs, like in a big ass box, and I have not read, and they're old as hell, but they're in good condition. But I have not like really read into those. But the horror magazine comics and stuff, I read the hell out of those because I like the story in that. The stories in that because they weren't just superheroes and stuff. Not not knocking that stuff or anything. It's just I like the horror stories because of no one really had superpowers, and how can you tell a story when you strip that stuff away, And but don't get me wrong, I still like my, Savage Dragon and all my other stuff. What else? I even like some I mean, I know some of it is just like senseless violence, just no plot, whatever. A lot of those 90 comics they're more flashy. Yeah, Killing Joke, yes. Um, what is going on? All things hatred. Oh, well, it should be good now. And hello, how are you guys? How are you doing? All things hatred. Sorry if you guys hear my stomach growling. It's like, but yeah, no, it should be good. Oof, man, probably I should. Uh, thank you. I'm working on my one shot. Jesse, theme Montgomery, storage map for my art storyboard. I can't hear it. Oh, can you guys hear me? Am I okay? Okay, well, all right. Oh yeah, no problem. No problem. Island gal? I don't want to be rude. Yeah, no, yeah, because you have different approaches of going about it. Me personally, I self-publish, but also do sell art on there too. Okay, good, good, thank you. So yeah, okay, you say you can't hear it. My stomach. Okay, you can't hear it. My stomach growling. Yeah, I could not eat nothing yesterday. I was just like, man, just like felt like I was on a skewer. So yeah, everything is good. I want to make sure these clouds are gonna look right, and then start adding in the background and some debris coming up as well. Might as well do that now. Let's do that. Angel blink twice if you're family, not me. Oh no, I'm fine. Have you ever drawn a scary monster like Xenomorph from the Alien movies? I draw my own scary monsters. Like those don't feel too scary to me, but I can draw them. The aliens and stuff. But like I don't know, like I mean, I have some creatures in here that you know, that are pretty out of this world, and like these are, yeah, But yeah, there's other monsters. Let me start over. But yeah, I've drawn some scary monsters. Well, thank you. Much appreciated. Thank you. We got a new subscriber. No, I draw my own I draw my own creation, my own monsters. Like I have my like in my world, in the world of Primera where they live, and even my other worlds I create. Like they all have their own monster for the scene, for the world, should I say? I'm getting like all mixed up in my words. You know what? I want a chili dog. Chili dog sounds good. Cause I don't feel like cooking. And welcome to the Angel Army. Yeah, much appreciated, you guys. We're gonna let this dry a bit. Yeah, create from your imagination. That's where like, what would the monster look like, or in this area, like what? And you start making the characteristics of it. Like you start mixing and mashing like characteristics of certain monster and creatures, and then you can, I don't know, give it like a twist of some sort. Like you have all kinds of things to work with to create a cool ass monster. Do you draw biblically accurate angels? No, I've never tried doing that. I've watched some of those AI ones. They look pretty creepy. If that was real, that like seeing it like would probably be too much to see. Be overwhelmed to see some of that stuff. I mean, very strange, but I do like the strangeness of it and try to mix it in. You know, like even like ancient stonework and like scriptures and stuff. Like looking at some of the creatures and stuff. Well, tell Lucian I said hello. How's Lucian doing? No, don't. I just I have like I mean my Final Fantasy book. I mean I haven't looked at it in years, but I have that and Renaissance books and stuff, and I haven't really looked at those in a minute either. Just kind of took them all in when I had them, have them at the time. Just at the time I needed them like that. They're like old friends. Hey, thank you, Angel. I'm so glad you're breaking that cut and try mold of reusing monsters tropes, which is nothing wrong with it. But if you're a writer, try making your own monsters. Yeah, I feel you on that. I like unique monsters for like certain places, certain like I don't want I don't want like a Frankenstein. I want like something like if it's like yeah, use your damn imagination like that. I feel you, but I feel like that. I'm trying to create something, but yeah, and it does make the story feel unique. That too. Gives like character to the place and stuff, and to the monster or the creature, the being. Even people can be monsters. He's good. I gotta put him on the bus in the morning for school. That's good. Let me do this. Let me, I've never read Frankenstein, but like movies and interpretations I've watched. Mary Shelley. What grade's Lucian in already so far? All things hatred. Is this his first time at school or something already? See, I have no children, so taking I don't even know when school starts and when it ends, or when like I want to watch the new Frankenstein movie on Netflix. Have you heard anything? Was it anything good about it? It's one of those things. I'll go check it out. Something to just kind of like fall back into. Thank you. You have given me inspiration to continue on this journey, creating along that. Oh yeah, keep going for real. Like don't stop. And it's one of those things too. You have to believe in it, and it may sound harsh and cold. No one else would want to believe it until you make it. You have to make it believable to others. But please continue on your journey, and I wish you the best on your journey. And don't ever give up, even when things are looking hard. Sometimes doing this stuff, you put in your all, but at the same time, like you have your days. It's just like, eh, shit happens. But you know what? I'm gonna dust myself off, and I'm gonna keep trying because I have something to say in my work. You know. The name of the monster is the creature in the Book of Frankenstein. Oh yeah, I love the message of Frankenstein. I think it's very fitting in the modern time. Call me after the stream on the phone. Okay. I've heard good things. When did it come out? This Frankenstein movie. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Please keep going at it for real. Like, I mean, it's so easy to say keep going at it and stuff. That's so like easy to say, but it's like I say, you have to believe in yourself and create that world that that you see and that you want others to see, and make it believable. And believe me, there's days where I don't want to do this and I still do it. When I'm like feeling like low energy and stuff, I won't stream. I don't want you guys dealing with me like when I'm like feeling like crap. But I'll still draw as much as I can. But it sucks trying to draw feeling like shit. So, never stop. I don't go. I believe in you. Yeah, I believe in you too. And please, for real, just don't. When people tell you, hey, you give it up, don't listen to that shit. Don't let them win. HP Love versus Mary Shelley versus Angel. What's the one thing? What do they say? A couple of days ago on Netflix. Okay. And you say you're in the writing stage. How are you doing, Neo? The pocket pens. How you doing? Well, I hope you get better. Believe me, I understand the allergies. You say. Yesterday, I felt like someone took a rusted knife and like stabbed me right in my core and like twisted it. I tried drawing like some. I was like, oh god. Yeah. Yes, please get better soon. Just relax, sit back, talk to everyone in the stream, hang out, and watch some drawing. And we're working on Under God Volume 3. You come in, let's chill. But yeah, get better soon for real. I hate being sick as well. It's a one-shot manga. I want it to be 1 to 16 pages. Manga showing my art. That's what's up. You want to like show your art and some of your writing abilities, some story writing ability. Yeah, no, it's good to do that. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. That needs to be like cleaned up. That line's a little thick on there. But yeah, to scissor. I got a question about drawing line art, giving it a metallic look to it. An example: the creator of Alien and his artwork. Oh, like the shine on the alien's head, something like that. And the teeth, the chromed out teeth. So, yep, that is her. Like, okay, like if I were drawing like chrome and like not metal surfaces, like chromed out surfaces, I would emphasize in the black, in the shine. Also, not also the reflections of everything around. So it's like I can let this dry for a second. Let her bask in her glory. And also like when you're working with different so like if you're using like white, gray, and black, and you're using those, let me see. I guess I can use a pencil. So I don't want to use ink on that. I can show you a little sample. I'm trying to find like a blank piece of paper somewhere. I can let this dry for a second. The shine is very really important. Yeah, the shine is very important. But also like you can do different shines too, because you have like a matte shine, and then you have a shiny gloss. You know, so it's like with this pen, for example, if we're gonna do chromed out stuff, it's like how are you gonna mimic this? You know, the light where the light is hitting and where the shadows are, and where we want to emphasize. Now, when we do it, when we wrap it around an object like this material, then we're gonna start wrapping around an object like a tooth or like this eraser. Like imagine this surface on this eraser, and now you have to like the transitions, like trying to push this onto this, like put that material onto that. I'd have to draw it for you. I need some paper. use that. Maybe I can use this. Yeah, no problem. I'll try using this. I'll let that dry for a second. So, okay, so like, yeah, anytime. Thank you for subscribing, Island Gal. And please stay on it. I'll use a ball for example, okay? We'll use a ball for example for our chrome. So in the center, we're not going to touch the edges so much. Yeah, thank you for stopping by. Daniela. Daniela. That's an interesting name. Well, thank you for stopping by, Daniela. I hope I'm saying that right, but thank you again for subscribing as well. I know, I'm trying to find paper because I have everything like spread out everywhere. It's fine. Well, once this video uploads, you can always, yeah. You have a good night, and please be safe. And see you again next time. I'll be here again tomorrow. And then we can do one of these. And the thing is, we're not touching the edge of the ball. We're just kind of like making something chromed out. Yeah, much appreciated. Thank you again. Stay drawing for real. Alright, so we got a little chromed out little ball, see? Then we can add a shine here, kind of like. But the thing is, you're making a shiny surface. And where you're just kind of avoiding the light and all that. You see? Now we got a shiny, a chrome ball. But yeah. There we go. Almost looks like a ghost face jack-o'-lantern. But yeah. The anime example is Bubble Crisis, and the anime Gina Cyber has this look to the metal. It has a metallic to the anime mecha. Yeah, kind of like to simplify it in a sphere to on how the reflection would wrap around an object, and it's just using that part of your imagination and then trying to replicate that to any surface, irregular or non-irregular. All right, say be right back. We're not going anywhere. We're going to be here knocking these panels out. What I like to do when drawing metallic or latex covers, the whole the thing is graphite. Use my eraser to add light and soft light. Yeah, yeah. The eraser definitely is a tool to add light, especially when you're doing the graphite work and stuff. Yes, I agree. It'd be a little cleaner about this edge on this frame, this panel. Because since it's like the sky is like really high up, I don't want to use a dark ink to emphasize these lines for the sky. Then it'll look like a nighttime kind of, you know. Yeah, I really want to get a cell shaded shine look. It is very difficult to do that. Is there any videos or books you may recommend? You want a cell shaded shine look. Never forget your eraser is not only there to erase, but you can use it to draw as well. Yes, true. You can do the same thing, cool guy, but instead of blending out the shades, like for instance, okay, I can bring it out again. I'll use a ballpoint pen. All right. So we're gonna do the same thing. Okay. We're gonna do the same thing. Got our ball, but this time you can do this one thing. Like instead of trying to draw it out, you can do this thing. You can instead of letting go of the pen, you can hold it like that. Oops. And you can do all kinds of shit like this. You can do it with bubbles. But I'm being very rough about it. But it's something to this effect. So you're doing this, but it's like, okay, well, how do I draw a shine? And I'm gonna pretty much I'm doing an outline on a shine. He worked on the maximum balloon crisis. The associated shine effect is let's create that same effect on work. I see. You want it drawn out, but like an inked shine. Something like I'll have to look it up. I'll check it out. But if you're saying like a graphite look, but with an ink look, that can be done. But if you're saying, but a chrome ball, but with the, I'll go check it out after a stream. But I shall see. If I'm thinking right, if that's the chrome ball that you speak of, where it's like has the whole room in it like that. No, no, sorry, wrong guy. Sorry, wrong person. I'm thinking the guy that did Akira. Akira. To correct myself. But we'll try again. We'll try again on the chrome ball. go see. Yeah, you should really check out. Yeah, Uber Security for his house. It's okay. All right, I'll go check them out. What is going on, Draw Zombie? How are you doing tonight? What is going on? All things hatred. Welcome back. They're on these clouds right now. Just making sure they're all good. Doing some happy clouds. Thanks. How I put my son to bed. Yeah, I'm gonna be up pretty late tonight. Just catching up on stuff and getting these pages done. Definitely trying to get as much done before the month is up. Yeah, it's kind of like one of those nights, but it's fine. Just making up for yesterday. But like tonight's like really like pushing it. Part angel and part night owl. Oops. think I gotta be up at 7 in the AM. Then I have practice tomorrow night. I'll probably stay up a bit since I don't have work tomorrow. I have to be up at that time too. I have to be up at 7 in the AM. And we gotta knock these pages out. But also I gotta take care of business too. Gotta go handle some things. What American comics you finished reading is your favorite? I read Spawn, of course. Uh, Savage Dragon. Of course, Eerie and Creepy. Those comics, love those. They're older. Um, some older Marvel and DC stuff. I've still got them, like Iron Man and the Iron Fist dude, Kung Fu dude. Got a bunch of other stuff. I just try to bring out this guy. Little by little, this guy's like coming together because it's like very late. The ink washes, and I'm doing them in lines because I want it to have that old look feel to it. He works on Alien. Oh, another guy. I'll check him out whenever I get time. I've heard of rotoscoping animation. Yeah, rotoscoping was pretty fun. We used to do it with the sprite work when doing video games and stuff. But yeah, yeah, Blender's fun. That's a pretty fun tool to use. But whenever I get time, I'll check it out. But right now, I'm like very busy with this. But thank you for the suggestion. I think that one guy, can't remember. I always get his name all fucked up. He's an amazing artist as well. I like Frank Frasetta's work as well, like his paintings and stuff. That's someone you should also check out if you get a chance. OG Prince of Persia was the first game to use rotoscope animation. Very true. Very true. What are you making? I remember you were working on sprites and they were like rotoscope. What they do with the shotgun and stuff. Yeah, because it had like that rotoscope, that fluid animation. Also, Lord of the Rings back in the 70s did that, but they weren't, it gives that look. Hold up, you used to do video game work. Oh yeah, Dead Mansfield. I was sitting there trying to program that thing in Python, and now they have all these other, Unreal Engine and all that stuff. Because it was kind of like it was inspired by Earthbound, because I love Earthbound. That's what Dead Mansfield is. Uh, I wanted to do a Rolling Thunder kind of game. Yeah, Rolling Thunder was cool, and it had that roll. It had that almost like I can see it with that rotoscope kind of like feel. Do you think I should play cell shaded video games like Killer 7 and 13 to 1? No? You can. It's the thing is you take it and you replicate it in your own best way. So instead of like taking it, you could see it from someone else, but do it how you would do it. So if you're gonna make a chrome ball and you want that cell shade look, look at it, but how would you do it in your own way? Yeah, same here. Uh, yeah, I'll have to give some explanation on that game uh, in the future, but yeah, all the sprite work's done and all that stuff, the animation, all that stuff, the world map. Yeah, Dead Man's Field. Yeah, I think we're looking pretty good. Let this this thing. I need some ink. We gotta go with the dark ink for a bit. Yeah, same here. But yeah, if you're trying to capture a look and stuff, I would say definitely go out and experiment and see how you would do it. You know. Thank you, Angel. I'm headed out. Yeah, anytime. Well, you have a good night, cool guy. And thank you for stopping in. I hope you find your answer on that. And for real, practice it out and try it. But you have a great night. Thank you. Oops, need a little ink here. That's what's up. Well, you have a good night, cool guy. Again, thank you for stopping in. Necklace on. It's like a double necklace. I was watching this thing, or listening. It was about Christian Bale when he got the idea for American Psycho, and he got it from Tom Cruise. Like he emulated, I guess, his character off of Tom Cruise because he watched an interview with him with David Letterman, and I guess that interview gave him the idea to how to play the role. And I thought interesting. Uh, I like drawing October. She's fun to draw. She's giving out the dandelions so they can float away. Up to they're going up north to the new land. its new land. But yeah, I like drawing October. She's fun to draw, and yeah, very expressive in some way. Hola, how are you doing? Make it alive. How are you doing tonight? Tucker's a crazy son of a bitch with the Scientology and all that stuff. Yeah, it's very indeed interesting. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Hola, ¿cómo estás? No hablo español. Yeah, very interesting though. See, well, we're an hour and 28 minutes in. Damn. I thought we were just like, I guess we're doing pretty good. Decent. I am hungry as hell, I ain't gonna lie. Starving. Yeah, a bit. Started at what, 9:30, and then we're an hour and 30 minutes in, about near, damn near. Yeah, it's coming along. But yeah, I got a little bit of a late start. Yeah, it's like 9:30. Yeah, about 9:30. Everything got started. I think I can push it. Not just that. It was a past interview with where Tom Cruise was talking about he was climbing a high mountain with his friend and he was letting out the air out of his. Yeah, yeah, that yes, it was that interview, and David Letterman didn't think that was funny. It was that interview, yeah. So I watched, I listened to the whole thing and the whole Scientology and all that stuff and how dedicated, you know, he is and what a good human being he is. He says, "Well, thank you, all things hatred." Yeah, and his friend almost died, and he thought it was funny. Yeah, it's like no laughing matter. Were they in an airplane or were they climbing? I thought it was like an airplane, and they were climbing, and he let the air out on the through the back of the cabin, and then yeah, But Christian Bale, like, I guess he based that character around him. Yeah, yeah, he's pretty out there. And I think, what's her name? Not Katie Holmes, was it? Chad. Oh, they were climbing. Were they? Okay, maybe I heard that wrong. So, but yeah, no, man. Interesting character. Takes his work very serious. Oh yeah, was it Katie Holmes? He got married and then she had to file like divorce and all that shit, like on the low, and had to escape him. Okay, yeah, he jumped up on the couch. Yeah, he's very serious about his work and what he does. I mean, he takes his religion very serious. Yeah, but yeah, she had to escape him, from what I've heard. Kind of like, or just afraid of her life, feared for everything. Oh, you guys will never see me eat like that. When would you ever get a mukbang? Yeah, I don't even think I can afford a mukbang with this inflation. You pronounced cult wrong. You're right. Sorry, I said religion. Yeah, interesting character. I'll just say. I mean, he did a lot of hit movies. Because I think in a lot of ways it's because of that. A1 ramen pack mukbang. Man, so you guys just see the bowl right here, and then just watch it disappear. I don't think I'd be smacking you guys' ear. I mean, I couldn't do that. I saw this one chick. She had a Asian chick. She had bruises and shit on her arm. She was doing mukbang videos, and I guess something came out where she was being abused behind the camera, and she was being forced to do those videos. Did you guys ever see that? I like a lot of his movies, but he's clearly a shit human being. Yeah. Do you have any advice on book covers? Oh no, he's got a dandelion on his mouth. Look like he's smoking. Let's see. Make them pop. Make them jump. I know, like in my first cover, I had to work on some issues with the title because how it would blend in with the cover. Just make sure the cover pops and does it grab your attention across the room. I mean, that would be my advice. I mean, I'm not like I would think. Actually, yeah, I do have an advice on that. I always thought of like video game covers. What's the contents within the book? You know, video game covers, even movie covers, like kind of like that. What is contained? Like, how would you put what's in the book on your cover, or events, or something? Anything. So if you're telling a story about a western and you have a spaceship on the front cover, that would be very misleading. Yeah, that's I never seen it. I have to ask my sister about it because she loves watching mukbang. Yeah, there's some lady she was getting abused, and in her videos they might have you can see the bruises on her forearm and arm, but she eventually came back and came out and did a confession saying what was going on with the whole incident behind the scenes. She really didn't want to do this stuff. I take it. That's unfortunate and sucks. That's no. Is she safe now? Is she safe now? Oops. What's he doing? Sorry, guys, about that. Maybe drawing things far away, I feel can be a little challenging. I mean, it's like you're working kind of with a finer, you know, that razor lays up a bit more on the front end. Then there's like a rag or something. Not a rag, but like part of their attire hanging off the front. And then this arm here. Small. Is she safe now? Oh yeah, yeah, she's safe. I'm doing nothing, Angel, I promise. Oh, you're good. You're all good. Just make sure that's right, so it doesn't look wonky. I'm gonna bring in her shoulders a bit, so it's not looking so wide. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah. Should I have to start guitar lessons with these kids soon? I almost forgot about it. I do not. The hell's that? Oh yeah, yeah. At the top. Yeah. That big white canister. But yeah, no. I don't play any. I think eventually when it comes down to it I should pick it up. Pick one up eventually. Angel is dedicated to his craft as long as I've known him. He has pursued the craft of visual art. And everything is. Oh, I I enjoy doing the craft, yes, and I try to just be humble about it. I know there's like competition and stuff, but you get to a point where you just say, you know what, I just do what I do, what I know, what I'm good at, and I'll try to do the best that I can and try to get better. It becomes a personal thing, but I appreciate that all things hatred. Exactly. I mean, some people they they do like like other artists they become competitive in it. This is to better one. Everyone does it, and even in sports on some like level. On a low, people do it on all levels. Everything. People always compete, know it or not. You may say I'm not competing, and the other person may be. Which brings up this topic of Chris Angel and David Blaine. So, so a long time ago, when David Blaine and Chris Angel were doing their thing, um, like the Mind Freak, and David Blaine was doing his, his I don't want to say stunts, but his acts of, I mean, they're a real deal. What he did, like staying a block of ice without eating and stuff, and but yeah, so Chris Angel would always try to compete with him, and always try to best them. But for 15 years, he just always felt this way about David Blaine. So what happened was, I take it that he, Chris Angel, all this time, that he was going after him, David Blaine never, reacted or never said anything back. He just kind of just didn't care. He's like, whatever. I mean, he didn't say it to Chris Angel like that, but the approach was like, David Blaine just kept doing his thing, no matter what. And Chris Angel was more worried about David Blaine doing, and yeah, yeah, it's out there. Um, but music, unfortunately, is competitive. But my band simply doesn't care. We just want to have fun. Yeah, and that's how I feel with this. I'm not trying to be competitive or whatever. I know there's people like I don't know, like, and I'm not trying to knock the guy or say nothing bad, but like DD Mark, he's put a video out where he's like, I'm the best, saying stuff like that, and you get to a point like me, I don't care, I don't give a fuck. I do my work. I just show up, I do it, and at the same time, people can judge that. So it was one-sided rivalry. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Dave Blaine gave no fucks, and in this whole indie space, or even just doing whatever you're doing, this the kind of attitude you should have. It comes down to that. Oh, you're not in a group. You're not with. I don't. Fuck it. You know, I'm still doing it, right? It's not money is the drive to say, oh well, it didn't fun. It's not the money. It's beyond that. Money's good, yeah, to have with it, yeah. It'll happen. But at the same time, that's what I like about, being the artist and also doing the writing too, because that's the one thing I don't have to rely on. And that's why, like, I feel my art, I feel the work, I feel where it's going, you know. Anyways, I'm like, bro, it was so funny when Chris tried to apologize and stop it, Robert. That was never a thing. Yeah, like, he got tricked. He, let's see, David is the reason I used to practice cardistry. Oh, so you're good at working with cards, like doing card tricks and stuff. Money's nice, but we do it for the love of it. Yeah, the craft as well. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I agree 1,000,000%. Yeah, raise her chest up a little more so it's not sagging. See, David was such a good magician. He even made the rivalry. Literally, he made it disappear. Yeah. I thought it was so weird that when Chris Angel tried to dress up like David Blaine and try to go out in the street and pretend to be him, which was so living in someone's head. So crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. He, God damn, move, bitch. He, he, that mind freak got mind fucked. I'm stupid. Oh shit. Yeah. David Blaine was basically a student of Houdini. Chris Angel was a Vegas magician like David Copperfield. Parlor tricks. Yeah. Yeah, that mind freak got mind fucked. That's stupid as shit. Yeah. MF got motherfucker got mother. Motherfucker got. I know, stupid as shit. Ah, shit. That's stupid as hell. I'm trying. That's good to laugh. Oh, shit. Yeah. I was sitting here. Uh, I get some of this. Yeah, I agree. It's always good. It's always good to have a good laugh. Show. Yeah. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna grab something to drink. I'm back for a while, but I don't want too much stuff out for a long time. But I like to keep my business separate from this life. So we'll leave it at that. No more. You're fine, but it's okay. But anywho, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm kind of getting hungry. I gotta eat something, and it's been 2 hours. But I had a lot of fun. You're fine. I mean, it's okay. Yeah. But But anyways, I'm glad you guys stopped in tonight, and I'm gonna eat some grub. I need to eat, like for real. And if you guys are new here, you guys can subscribe and hit that like button. Every little bit helps, and every little bit counts. And if you guys like, oh, oh, thank you so much. And if you guys would like, come check out Under God Volume One and Volume Two. And you know what? Um, let's just say I'm working on some stuff for Volume 2 at the moment. I've been thinking. But, anyways, you guys all have a great night, and thank you again for stopping in. And come pick up your copy of Under God, Volume 1 and 2. You can get your physical and digital at angelsofrenaissance.com. And thank you, Joker, for putting the link in the description below. And thank you again, and good night too, LeMay. And good night to you too, Joker. Good night, everyone. Good night, All Things Hatred. Good night, everyone that stopped in, and even to the ones that are quiet in the back. But again, thank you again for stopping in, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Much appreciated. Good night.